Very good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast News on Rajya Sabha TV this Wednesday morning. I'm Aishwarya with you. Let us start the Breakfast News with the top headlines. Milestone in gender justice, says President Ram Nath Kovind after Rajya Sabha passes bill criminalizing triple talaq. Prime Minister Modi welcomes end of an archaic practice. Home Minister Amit Shah thanks parties who supported the bill. Rajya Sabha to take up Motor Vehicles Amendment Bill and UAPA Bill for consideration and passing. Short duration discussion likely on accessible and affordable treatment to cancer patients. Lok Sabha has 3 bills listed for passage, including the Interstate River Water Disputes Amendment Bill. Army foils infiltration in North Kashmir's Bandipora. 3 terrorists killed. Pakistan violates ceasefire in Tangdahar sector. Body of Cafe Coffee Day's owner VG Siddhartha found near Ullal River. Siddhartha was reported missing on Monday. And Test opener Prithvi Shaw banned from all forms of cricket till 15th of November for failing dope test. Shaw says he took a cough syrup that contained banned substance. First up, news on the budget session of Parliament, and 2 bills are listed in today's agenda in the Rajya Sabha for consideration and passing. Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari will move the Motor Vehicles Amendment Bill 2019 for consideration and passing. Now, this bill aims to further amend the Motor Vehicles Act 1988. It also aims to enforce stricter penalties for road traffic violations. It also aims to protect people who help accident victims and improve the provision of services for vehicle buyers. The bill was passed in Lok Sabha by a voice vote on 23rd of July. And Home Minister Amit Shah will move the Unlawful Activities Prevention Amendment Bill 2019 for consideration and passing. Now, this bill seeks to further amend the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act 1967. It empowers the government to designate individuals as terrorists if the person commits or participates in acts of terrorism, prepares for terrorism, promotes terrorism, or is otherwise involved in terrorism. It also paves the way for the National Investigation Agency or the NIA to seize the property as part of investigations into terror cases. The bill was passed in Lok Sabha last week. Also, members Vishambar Prasad Nishad, Sukhram Singh Yadav and Chandrapal Singh Yadav will also raise a short duration discussion on the need to ensure basic facilities and affordable treatment to cancer patients, which is slated in the upper house today. Meanwhile, half-an-hour discussion on Clean Ganga Drive is also on the agenda of the upper house. All right, let's go across to Kriti Mishra, our colleague who's joining us live from Parliament. A very good morning, Kriti. Kriti, it was a historic moment when Rajya Sabha passed the anti-triple talaq bill yesterday. Of course, the government beating off the opposition challenge by 99 to 84 votes. And as far as today's agenda is concerned, the Rajya Sabha will take up the Motor Vehicles Bill and the UAPA Bill for consideration and passing. And of course, these are very important bills. The UAPA Bill, very, very important, providing for the seizure of the properties and also putting a travel ban on the individuals once they are declared as terrorists.
Well, that's right, Aishwarya. Yesterday, of course, it was a landmark bill that was passed by Parliament for Gender Justice and for Equality of Muslim Women, the Anti-Triple Talaq Bill. And now today, of course, 2 important bills are lined up in the Rajya Sabha. Motor Vehicles Amendment Bill has been the priority of the government for quite some time now. Remember, Aishwarya, between 2015 to 2017, Indian Road killed around 1.5 lakh people, and that translates into 400 deaths every day. So it's a very serious matter for the government, and this particular bill will ensure radical changes in the road safety measures of India, and India is also a signatory to Brasilia Declaration on Road Safety. committed to reducing road accidents by half by the year 2020. So this is a very important bill wherein there are stringent provisions in case of violation. And also there's another important bill, which is the Unlawful Activities Prevention Amendment Bill. Remember, when this bill was getting passed in the Lok Sabha, Home Minister Amit Shah said that this bill will not be used against any individual, but if an individual conspires against the sovereignty and integrity of India, he will not be spared. So this is another important bill that would be taken up in the Rajya Sabha. There's also a short duration discussion on accessible and affordable treatment to cancer patients. Remember, in the last 26 years, the number of cancer patients in India have actually doubled. And talking about the healthcare facilities and for cancer treatment, there are around 62 institutions, whether national or state. So the members, Vishambar Prasad Nishad, Sukram Yadav and Chandrapal Yadav, will raise this issue and ensure that the government provides accessible and affordable healthcare and cancer treatment to the patients.
Absolutely,
Aishwarya?
a very, very important discussion as well. In fact, research, Kriti, shows that close to 18% of the cancer patients knowingly delay medical treatment even after being diagnosed, and that is the reason is, of course, financial barriers. So this is also a very important discussion in Rajya Sabha. Stay with us, Kriti. We'll just come back to you. And Parliament on Tuesday approved a bill that makes instant triple talaq a criminal offence. The contentious legislation was passed by Rajya Sabha with 99 votes in favour and 84 against it. Members of the BJD supported the bill while NDA allies JDU and AIADMK staged a walkout. The absence of some members of the opposition, Congress, SP and BSP, as well as 6 members of the TRS and 2 MPs of YSR Congress, further helped the NDA, which lacks majority in the upper house. The Rajya Sabha also rejected an opposition-sponsored motion to send the bill to a select committee of the House and for making triple talaq a civil offence. The motion was rejected with 100 votes against it and 84 in favour. The bill was passed by Lok Sabha last week, and once granted assent by the President, the bill will replace an ordinance that was promulgated on 21st of February.
जब सर मेरे पास फाइल आई 14 में प्रधानमंत्री जी ने मुझे कानून विभाग दिया था, तो मेरे पदाधिकारी आए, तो मैं माननीय प्रधानमंत्री के पास गया कि सर ये विषय क्या करना है। उन्होंने बिना छूटते कहा, जाओ 3 तलाक की पीड़ित बेटियों के साथ खड़े हो जाओ और सुप्रीम कोर्ट में कसकर जवाब दो, हम कोर्ट के अंदर भी और कोर्ट के बाहर भी खड़े रहेंगे। He filed our replies. Now the judgment has come, and sir, kindly check the record. Someone said I sought to mislead the House. No, I clearly outlined what all the 5 judges have said. But sir, let me very clearly assert in this House does not need the mandate of the Supreme Court to pass a law. That is the sovereign right of this House, always independent of any judgment. लेकिन सर आज मैं अपने से एक सवाल पूछता हूं सर, और ये सवाल पूछना बहुत जरूरी है सर। और सर मैं विजय गोयल की तरह तो मैंने चांदनी चौक में काम नहीं किया सर, पटना की सब्जी बाकी महिलाएं मुझसे मिलती थी, बाकी देखा है सर। लेकिन इस मामले को टेकअप करने के बाद सर बहुत सी खवातीनें मुझसे मिली हैं सर, और उनकी पीड़ा और दर्द को मैंने समझा है सर। सर मैं 2 उदाहरण दूंगा। एक डेलीगेशन मेरे पास आया था सर, नाम देने की जरूरत नहीं है। उन्होंने कहा, माननीय कानून मंत्री जी, आप जो कानून लेके आ रहे हैं तो हमारी ईद भी आज है और हमारा 15 अगस्त भी आज है, ये आपसे हम कहना चाहता हूँ।
मैजिस्ट्रेट की कोर्ट में आपने डाल के थॉटफुल कंसिडरेशन को बाहर फेंक दिया और क्रिमिनलाइजेशन एंगल को ला दिया। दिस वाज नेवर डिस्कस्ड इन द सुप्रीम कोर्ट जजमेंट, एंड द ऑनरेबल एपेक्स कोर्ट ने आज तक ऐसा कोई जजमेंट नहीं दिया जहां महिला को किसी मैजिस्ट्रेट की कोर्ट में अपने फैमिली यूनिट, अपने फैमिली को ठीक से रखने के लिए, प्रोटेक्शन के लिए जाना पड़े।
लम्हों की खता सदियों की सजा बन जाती है। आपने जो उन लम्हों की खता की थी, उसकी सजा आपने अभी तक भुगती है, और आपको आज मौका है कि उस खता को आप करेक्ट करिए, उस जो गलती की है उसको आप करेक्ट करिए, और अगर करेक्ट नहीं किया तो फिर आप भुगतिए, हम तो उसमें कुछ कर नहीं सकते।
बाकी कंट्रीज में, इस्लामिक कंट्रीज में, तो इस्लामिक कंट्रीज में वो हाथ काटने का कानून भी यहां लाएंगे, गर्दन काटने का कानून भी यहां लाएंगे, कोड़े डालने का कानून भी यहां लाएंगे, बादशाहत भी यहां लाएंगे। ISI भी यहां लाएंगे। ये हमारा मुल्क किसी मुस्लिम मुल्क का मोहताज नहीं है और किसी मुल्क मुस्लिम के कहने से नहीं चलता।
सर, जिस डिस्ट्रिक्ट में मैं रहता हूं उस डिस्ट्रिक्ट का नाम कुपवाड़ा है। उस कुपवाड़ा में सर एक गांव है, उसका नाम है दर्दपोरा। उस दर्दपोरा में सर 422 बेवा है सर। आज जो ये बात यहां पे मुस्लिम खवातीन की हो रही है, बड़ा अच्छा लगता कि अगर पहले उन बेवाओं की बात होती जिनके यतीम बच्चे आज भी इंतजार कर रहे हैं।
President Ramnath Kovind, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah have lauded the passing of the bill banning instant triple talaq. In a series of tweets, the President said that it completes Parliament's approval of a ban on an inequitable practice of triple talaq. He said it is a milestone in the quest for gender justice and a moment of satisfaction for the entire country. Prime Minister Narendra Modi also thanked all political parties and members of Parliament for supporting the passage of the anti-triple talaq bill. In a Twitter message, Prime Minister Modi said that this step by the MPs and political parties will forever be remembered in India's history. Home Minister Amit Shah also congratulated Prime Minister Modi, Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad and other ministers and MPs for the passage of the historic bill. Other ministers and leaders also expressed their happiness at the passage of the bill.
3 तलाक बिल पारित हो, इसके लिए लंबे समय से हमारी हजारों मुस्लिम बहनें इंतज़ार कर रही थीं। आज इंतज़ार की घड़ियां समाप्त हो गई। राज्यसभा ने भी बिल को पारित कर दिया। इस बिल के पारित होने के बाद अब हमारी पीड़ित मुस्लिम बहनों को सम्मान भी मिल सकेगा और उनको न्याय भी मिल सकेगा। इस बिल के पीछे निश्चित रूप से प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की दृढ़ इच्छा शक्ति थी।
मोदी सरकार की प्रतिबद्धता मुस्लिम महिलाओं को न्याय दिलवाने की आज फलीभूत हुई है। राज्यसभा में आज लाखों मुस्लिम बहनों को मेरी ओर से बहुत बहुत अभिनंदन है, क्योंकि ये लड़ाई का एक राजनीतिक कॉस्ट माना जाता था, लेकिन मोदी सरकार ने महिला न्याय के और महिला सुरक्षा की दृष्टि से इस कदम को उठाया। एक ऐतिहासिक जीत लोकसभा के चुनाव में प्राप्त करने के बावजूद भी सरकार पहले भी प्रतिबद्ध थी, आज भी वो प्रतिबद्धता सरकार की सदन में दिखाई दी। इसलिए लाखों मुस्लिम बहनों को मेरी ओर से बहुत बधाई और नरेंद्र भाई को आभार।
महिला सशक्तिकरण की दृष्टि से, नारी गरिमा और सम्मान की दृष्टि से 3 तलाक विधेयक का संसद में पारित होना भारत के संसदीय इतिहास का एक गौरवशाली दिन है। हम प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी का नारी गरिमा के प्रति इस प्रकार का एक महत्वपूर्ण कदम उठाना, इसके लिए अभिनंदन करते हैं और मैं विश्वास व्यक्त करता हूं कि नारी सशक्तिकरण की इस दिशा में इस बहुत बड़े कदम को हम आगे बढ़ाने में सफल होंगे।
And Parliament on Tuesday also approved the Companies Amendment Bill. Rajya Sabha passed the bill by voice vote. Remember, Lok Sabha had passed this bill on 26th of July. Now, this bill seeks to tighten the norms for corporate social responsibility, that is the CSR, and ensure stricter action for the non-compliance of the company law regulations. Under the Act, companies earning a profit of over 5 crore rupees, turnover of 100 crore rupees, or a net worth of more than 500 crore rupees are required to shell out at least 2% of their 3-year annual average net profit towards CSR activities. The bill empowers the registrar of companies to initiate action for the removal of the name of the company if it is not carrying out any business or operation in accordance with the company law.
Actually, CSR is applicable to all those companies which have 5 crore profit or 1,000 crores in turnover or 500 crore in net worth. So CSR doesn't get applied to everybody, but you have to fall in this category.
And shifting focus to Lok Sabha, well, 3 bills are listed in today's agenda in the lower house for consideration and passing. Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat will move the Interstate River Water Disputes Amendment Bill 2019 for consideration and passing. Now, this bill seeks to further amend the Interstate River Water Disputes Act 1956. Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh Shekhawat will also move the Dam Safety Bill 2019 to provide for surveillance, inspection, operation and the maintenance of the specified dam for the prevention of dam failure-related disasters. And Union Minister Hardeep Singh Puri will move the Public Premises Eviction of Unauthorized Occupants Amendment Bill 2019 for consideration and passing. This bill aims to further amend the Public Premises Eviction of Unauthorized Occupants Act 1971. Let's go back to Kriti Mishra, our colleague who's joining us from Parliament. Kriti, 3 bills listed in agenda in Lok Sabha for consideration and passing. 2 of them are being related to our rivers, the Interstate River Water Disputes Amendment Bill and also the Dam Safety Bill. How does the day likely look like in the Lok Sabha today?
Well, Ashwara, 2 important bills pertaining to the Ministry of Jal Shakti would be taken up in the lower house today. Remember, the Dam Safety Bill was already introduced by the government. We've had different versions of Dam Safety Bill since the year 2010, but there was no consensus on the bill because states said that this particular bill or proposed legislation challenges the sovereignty of the states. But we all recall the Tiwari Dam breach in Ratnagiri district of Maharashtra. The government took a serious note of this, and this comprehensive law will ensure that how dams are to be made in the country and how they'll be maintained. So it's a very important bill for ensuring the safety of more than 5,600 dams in the country. There's also another important bill, which is the Interstate River Disputes Bill that would be brought in the Lok Sabha today. Remember, there are around 9 tribunals in the country to settle this dispute, and around 4 tribunals took 10 to 28 years to settle those disputes. So this particular bill will ensure speedy adjudication. There's also the Public Premises Eviction of Unauthorized Occupants in the lower house. So important legislations to be taken up in the Lok Sabha today. Aishwarya?
Right, Kriti. Thank you for all those updates there from Parliament. And Lok Sabha passed a bill to strengthen the rights of consumers and provide a mechanism for the redressal of complaints regarding goods and services yesterday. Speaking in the lower house, the Union Food and Consumer Affairs Minister Ramvilas Paswan stressed that the aim of the Consumer Protection Bill is to ease the process of addressing grievances of consumers. The bill seeks to replace the Consumer Protection Act. The bill proposes setting up of Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission and forum at the district, state and national levels for adjudicating consumer complaints. It also seeks to set up a Central Consumer Protection Authority, that is CCPA, to promote, protect and enforce consumer rights as a class. Now, Paswan said that CCPA would take immediate action on any complaint filed by the consumer and if required could also file class action suits. The bill also proposes a stringent action against the advertiser in case of misleading advertisements, but not against the media.
ये जो CCPA है बहुत ही कारगर हथकंडा है। इसको एब्सोल्यूट हम लोगों ने पावर नहीं दिया है और ना ही इसको नेशनल कमीशन और स्टेट कमीशन या डिस्ट्रिक्ट कमीशन में इसका दोनों का अलग अलग रखा है। इसको सिर्फ इतना ही है कि इमीडिएट जा करके जो है सो वो एक्शन ले सकता है, लेकिन कंप्लेन हो। और दूसरी बात क्या है कि इसमें एक सबसे बड़ी बात है कि ये इंडिविजुअल अभी तक इंडिविजुअल है कि कोई सामान आपको खराब मिल गया, कार खराब दिया, तो आपने इंडिविजुअल पर एक्शन लिया है। अब हम लोगों ने कहा कि उसमें उसको अधिकार है कि नहीं, क्लास एक्शन लेगा। यदि कोई मानते हैं कार है, कार का इंजन खराब है, तो उसी कार का इंजन खराब नहीं होगा, उस लॉट में जितने कार बने हैं उसका इंजन खराब होगा। तो उसको क्लास एक्शन क्या कहते हैं, जो है क्लास एक्शन लेने का जो है उसको पूरा का पूरा क्या कहते हैं कि अधिकार क्या कहते हैं कि रहेगा। उसी तरीके से कोई आदमी खराब सामान बेचता है या खराब सेवा प्रदान करता है, तो इस यहाँ कई एक बार हो चुकी है। ये प्रेमचंद्रन जी हैं, हमारे क्या कहते हैं कि अपने लीडर ऑफ द कांग्रेस पार्टी के हैं। पिछली बार जो है सब लोगों ने हमारे पास में सब लोगों का जो है ये आज का भी है, पहले का भी है, जो भी आपने अमेंडमेंट दिया है और दिया था सबको हमने गंभीरता से जो है देखने का काम किया है। हमने बहुत डिटेल में पिछली बार भी बताने का काम किया था।
And Lok Sabha also passed the Wages Code Bill on Tuesday. This bill will enable the introduction of minimum wage for workers, besides addressing issues like a delay in the payment to employees. The Code on Wages Bill 2019 seeks to amend and consolidate the laws relating to wages, bonus and such matters. It seeks to benefit 50 crore workers in our country. Labour Minister Santosh Kumar Gangwar termed the bill as a historic step. The bill, which was passed by voice vote, subsumes 4 labour laws, namely Minimum Wages Act, Payment of Wages Act, Payment of Bonus Act and Equal Remuneration Act. After its enactment, all these 4 acts would be repealed.
मैं ऐसा मानता हूँ ये ऐतिहासिक फैसला हम लोग दे रहे हैं। जो चिंता आप लोग व्यक्त कर रहे हैं जो 40 करोड़ मजदूर जो देश का, जिसकी अब तक कोई चिंता नहीं की गई। हमारी सरकार और प्रधानमंत्री उनकी चिंता कर रहे हैं, उनको न्यूनतम वेतन मिले इसकी बात कर रहे हैं। और अब बिल के पास होने के बाद हम अपने निर्धारित प्रक्रिया के तहत सबके साथ बैठेंगे, एम्प्लॉयर, एम्प्लॉई और राज्य सरकारों के साथ बैठकर अब न्यूनतम वेतन तय करने का काम करेंगे।
Let's get you some other news. News from Jammu and Kashmir. Amid ceasefire violations by Pakistan forces, the army has foiled infiltration bid and killed 3 unidentified terrorists at the line of control in Gurez sector of North Kashmir's Bandipora district. Bodies of the killed terrorists have not been recovered yet, as the counter-infiltration operation is still going on. Defense sources said that earlier last night, 2 armed terrorists were killed in an encounter in Naushera Nar area of Bakhtur in Gurez sector. A movement of armed terrorist group was detected along the line of control, trying to sneak into the Indian side of the LOC, and later 1 more terrorist was killed in the operation. And search and sanitization operation in the area is going on. And on to the other big story. Founder of the Cafe Coffee Day chain, VG Siddhartha, who went missing over the Netravati River Bridge on Tuesday, has been found dead on Wednesday. The body was washed ashore near Ullal and was fished out by local fishermen, following which police reached the spot. Mangalore Commissioner of Police Sandeep Patil said that Siddhartha's family has been informed and the body has been kept at the hospital for further formalities. Siddhartha is the founder of India's largest coffee chain, and he went missing mysteriously on Monday night en route to the coastal city of Mangaluru.
At around 6:30 in the morning, we found a body near Hoige Bazaar, Mangalore. Immediately on getting to know the information, we went there and we also contacted the family members. Now, as I already told you, we have informed the family members. Since a case has already been registered with regard to this, further the procedure as per the law, what has to be done, we will continue with that.
Sports news now. Indian Test opener Prithvi Shaw has been suspended by the Board of Control for Cricket in India, or the BCCI, till 15th of November this year for a doping violation. According to BCCI, Shaw had inadvertently ingested a prohibited substance which can be commonly found in cough syrups. Now, Shah had provided a urine sample as part of the BCCI's anti-doping testing program during the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy match on 22nd of February in Indore. His sample was subsequently tested and found to contain banned substance terbutaline. On 16th of July, Shaw was charged with the commission of an anti-doping rule violation under the BCCI anti-doping rules and provisionally suspended pending determination of the charge. And responding to the charge, Shaw said that I accept my fate with all sincerity. And that is the wrap on this edition of Breakfast News. Thanks for watching. Have a great day ahead.